Okay, so this is me talking about writing, but specifically how to not take it seriously. It's not a common topic, is it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely feel like there's a certain amount of seriousness that goes with deciding that this is what you want to spend most of your time doing. But then you can't forget the reason why you want to spend most of your time doing it either. Sometimes I think about games I used to play as a kid and how it was all about breaking the bounds of reality, really, when it got down to it. When you broke everything down, it was about being able to take yourself places that weren't, within the constraints of your personal life. And I think it's important to not forget that, I think it's really common when people get older to feel the pressure of being an adult, or the idea that you have to be a certain way, especially if you're somebody who decides to take the route of saying they want to become a writer. Maybe they have to break it to their families, or maybe they don't break it to their families. Maybe it's just something they do, but they still feel the societal pressure to act a certain way and be a certain type of person, command a certain amount of respect from people. And I don't really think that, I think it's easy to forget. Let me stop and rephrase. Okay, I think, to put it bluntly, I think it's really easy to end up getting up our own asses about the things that we enjoy doing creatively, when the whole thing was supposed to be fun for us to begin with. It was supposed to be about breaking out, not staying inside. I notice it more and more when I'm looking back at writing that I've done, where I can tell like I was in a really, really serious place. I can also tell when the language becomes more flowery. Like I'm trying to impress someone. I'm not saying that like less has to be more all the time, or that you shouldn't attempt to better your craft or whatever, but I can definitely tell when I'm taking it too far. And yeah, pretension can kind of find its way in. And that's when it becomes not about having a good time. It becomes about something else, I think it becomes particularly clear those moments when you're reading back on your stuff and you realize this isn't fun to read at all. I'm not enjoying reading this. And there are different kinds of ways to have fun with something that you're reading, and it doesn't always have to be lighthearted and happy. But if you end up, I don't know, I guess this is more for me than for anybody, but if anybody can relate to this, then cool. I know that I battle with pretension versus doing the thing that I'm doing because I like doing it. And if you are writing, if you're in the midst of working on a novel or something, or even just a short story, and you're like, this isn't fun, I feel like it's really common for a lot of people. They do it because they're trying to, their main thing is trying to finish a novel or trying to finish a specific project that they're working on. You have to trick your brain sometimes. You gotta juggle that shit, because if writing ceases to be fun, then, at all, then you kind of gotta ask why you're still doing it. If it's not fun for you, then do something that is fun for you. Because, I don't know. I'm not saying you should stop writing. I'm just saying it's either time to do something else, or it's time to reevaluate or get back to, home base in some way. Because otherwise you're taking something meaningful and making it about respect or money or success or whatever, and it takes it completely out of the personal realm. And I know that sounds hippy-dippy or hipster or what the fuck ever. It's not easy, but it's fucking true. But anyway, thanks for listening to me rant about this. I hope I wasn't out of line. Sometimes I get sort of impassioned or whatever, and sometimes I just talk out of my ass, so feel free to disregard anything that you thought was dumb. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Peace, man. Word to your moms.